time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Watkins. He gets a block. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Making side adjustments here. Tight end now in motion. Johnson looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Watkins. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
You've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quickly complete. Oh, what a cut! He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Quarterback making checks. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown LSU!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talk about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. And he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. They'll try to run for it. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, running back on the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously... You can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. Rolling, throwing, looking right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line. defense and wants to throw it. Quickly to the flat and the wide receiver screen. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Looking for space, it's Payne. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Payne. Finds a little space. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's caught at the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Snapped it in the shotgun. The throw to the outside is complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On the direct snap, it's Williams. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. And defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. I know he thinks he can house every return. Sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold him to the football, Coleman. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Johnson looking to throw. Finds his target down the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback and to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. And listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating group.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
He'll take a deep shot here. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You've got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he could and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Quarterback empties his backfield. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. A strike downfield. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's paid. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. He'll go to the toss. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 Russian defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Johnson looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Berry. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Touchdown, Tigers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Payne. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. To the air on 1st down. Got his man on the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback adapting. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Finding open areas. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback may change this route. Johnson wants to throw it. Under fire. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Nobody fooled with the trickeration. It'll bring up 4th down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. Here's a hit. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And it was worth the gamble when the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is, because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the catch. It's Perez. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Makes the catch at the 35. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make the crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Johnson looking to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing complete.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He might want another play. Second down, he'll throw it. This time it's complete. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. Stopped just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw again. Now improvising. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Line gets set, first down. Johnson wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's Watkins. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got first and goal.
The offense changing the play.
I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that look.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Barrett. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. here come the Irish, back on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Going to the running game. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Pulls in the deep ball. Only a dozen Domers have cracked the 2,000-yard mark in receiving in a career. This guy might be the one to get to number 13.
I would say he's pretty good then. If he's putting up those type of numbers and being mentioned with those type of cats, listen, you try to find your go-to guy. You want to have an elite receiver on the outside that you can feature and you can move him around. This guy's got the makings of that kind of stuff.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. On the run, it's Payne. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. The play-action fake. Grab near the sticks. It's Washington. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
To throw on 1st down off the play fake. Shoots it to the left. Fires it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the left. Breaks the tackle. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Pick off to stop the threat. Bringing it back. The 40.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Motion from the wideout. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Johnson looking to throw. That's caught. It's Singleton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. size, LSU has the lead here. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Caught in the backfield. It's Watson. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Caught in the backfield, it's Craven. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it. It's Berry. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Might be calling a hot route. They'll move the tight end. Johnson wants to throw it. Extending the play. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Fired in from the red zone for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Payne. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just turning it on. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Williams. Still running at the 40. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Payne. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. They send the tight end in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistent.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off the play fake. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what throws the linebackers and the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Williams. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. They'll go to the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. He just sets sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return.
How about the job by this field goal block unit? They didn't take the play off. They get penetration, get their hands in the air. You never know what's going to happen. It takes a good bounce. Next thing you know, you're scooping it up, you're taking it the other way, and putting 2 points on the scoreboard.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Makes a move. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Payne. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Gets the back moving. Laterals it back. Here comes the heat. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that shoulder. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. 1st down and more. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Barres. There he goes. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. New set of downs after the completion.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the 1st down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
How about this defense rising to the challenge? Focal point number 1, stopping the great running back. Check. How do we do it? Being physical at the line of scrimmage, getting off blocks, not missing a lot of tackles. They have checked all of those boxes and shut this dude down.
To the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He wants a big play here late. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads it left. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. Talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out because this wasn't a great day.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Line getting set on second down. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Great tough running by the running back. Low to the ground. Continues to drive his legs and push the pile to get that first down.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Sends it back in motion. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It's third and goal and third and long. Johnson looking to throw. Back's got it. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Payne. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the books. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.